Are you not going to get up and dance?
No.
No?
Absolutely
No
not.
dancing?
Absolutely not.
Wow. Hey, look right there. Right there. There's a Vern Jeske. And a William. And a Neil Morgan. Thank you guys so much. Mr. Idiot Luggage himself. Gosh, are y'all buried in snow right now?
Well, William is shoveled. His snow is shoveled out of the way.
Sit back and relax. Yeah, crazy. You so I figure it will melt eventually. Why mess with nature? Yes. Dance, monkey, dance. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Well, we are live. We are all kinds of live. We got a Ryan. Robert Reynolds. I don't have my glasses. I can't find them. I can't find my glasses. I don't have them on.
Oh boy, they're probably across the tundra.
Well, we're not.
In which case, we'll have to say
we're not gonna go get it. I'll just have to stay in closer. Glad my toque is on its way. Yay!
Oh, they only had 8 to 9 inches.
Oh.
Yikes. We definitely didn't get that.
What did we get?
Well, it depends on where you're standing because it's so dry.
That's true. There's a pretty good snow drifts across the way. Let's see. Yeah, crazy. Way too cold here right now. It's almost like winter.
Almost.
In the desert, anyway.
Oh, he's buried in snow.
Oh. Yeah, we got the snow going here too. It's been a while since we had snow like this, though.
I could do without it.
But it's been a while.
Last year.
Since last winter. Table's kind of a mess right now. This is what it looks like when I'm working. We will be going live in about 2 minutes. Wonder what we're going to go over today. I do have some questions, just about 1 minute and some change. 10 inches of cold. 10 inches of I can't. I don't have my
snow. 10
on.
inches and cold. Need to find my toque.
Oh.
Finally get to watch a live
Daniel
show.
is on here. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Daniel. D.W. Low. First winter I lived in Georgia.
It snowed. There was enough snow to make the ground look white as long as you didn't step on it. They shut the town down.
Yeah. That's pretty much what happens here. We get a little bit of snow here, and it pretty much shuts the city down.
Any excuse, we'll take it. Ooh, freezing rain.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We don't like the freezing rain. I'll take the fluffy white snow over the freezing rain.
Hey, I think it's 8 o'clock, kiddo.
Okay, we're gonna call it 8 o'clock.
Sure.
Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight? So glad you guys could join us. We were looking forward to this. It's nice to get together like this. Have a chat. See what's happening out there. See what folks have going on. I do have a few questions. But if you scroll through our Pulp Alley Players group on a regular basis, you probably have seen these questions and probably have even seen the answers as well. But nonetheless, it's good to kind of share this kind of stuff out there and see how, make sure that everybody gets a chance to hear it. So one thing that we did recently is that we reorganized our miniatures. So we have officially discontinued some of the packs, and we've reorganized them and made a bunch of new packs. A question that came up is, are these new miniatures? Absolutely not. They're the exact same miniatures, just put into different packs. So, for example, we used to package AJ Danger and Phantom Ace together. They were both leaders, which made sense back when we started off and kicked all of this sort of thing off. And then their sidekicks came in a separate pack. But now that we can kind of group them together.
Yeah, now that we have full leagues.
Yeah.
We can do a league. More in packs.
Kind of put the leagues together into groups that make a little bit more sense as far as the leagues that we have pre-created. So now folks can actually get those. So you'll have a pack that's called, Phantom Agents number 1, Phantom Agents number 2, and so on. Danger Incorporated 1. Danger, is that the cat?
That is the cat right next to the baby monitor.
Cat next to the baby monitor. And the packs are really cool looking. I don't know. You guys have. I don't know. I don't think I can actually show this to you, and I don't think it'll actually focus on this. Let's see if it'll. No.
Closer?
Yeah. But anyway, that's what the new packs look like. They have a nice, lovely, slip card that kind of shows you, puts their name and everything on there. And then if you get one of these new packs, don't throw away the bonus card that's in there, because that is intended to be used. So this card that has just a picture of the league on it, the back of that card is actually intended to be used. It gives you the basic roster for the league. And all of the packs are like that. So if you get one of these new packs, don't toss out that card that looks, just has a picture on it, thinking it's not important, because it is.
And it's pretty.
Ooh. So there's that. Now, there's nothing in there that I don't think that you guys that have collected our figures for a while, I don't really think there's anything in there that you don't have. If you got like the updated IRES League cards from the Kickstarter or anything like that, then you got all those sorts of cards. Mm-hmm. So don't feel like we're putting something in there to try and trick you into buying another pack, because there's absolutely no reason to do that. Okay. What else should we go over today? Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you is that all of the new releases are now available on the store. Sorta.
Nailed it.
So the new starter set box, you can order it on the store. We're really short on a couple things right now. So if you ordered it right now, it could actually be a week or so before I was able to ship it off. But the China Station books are ready to ship. The new character books are ready to ship. Nearly all of the new miniatures, the new Captain Wolf's League, the boys, as Bessy likes to call them.
The boys.
Big J. June and Oolong and Cricket.
Yeah.
So that pack of figures, if you missed the Kickstarter and you've been waiting for them to actually be available, they are available now. So get on there and check those out. What do we have?
We have a Kindle.
Thanks for the advice, Dave. I will check mine when it arrives. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. All your
Is the
cards.
church back in
All
stock?
of your cards are important, Idiot Luggage says. What did you say?
David Lowe wanted to know if the church was back in stock with a winky face.
The church is not back in stock. Not yet. I am going to try and get one back in, but it is not back in yet. Kenneth says, I'm back in the Lone Star
State
today. Oh, really? So Kenneth and Mr. D.W. Lowe are signed up to play on Sunday. So those two fellows will be playing a scenario on Sunday.
Two fellows.
What?
Two fellows.
Two fellows. But look, they're actually both on here. Right above.
I think
it says D.W. Lowe. It's almost as if he was reaching over and typing on another keyboard.
I mean, I could pull up my phone and be typing as Pulp Alley and as Bessy.
I'm back, and he's claiming he's in the Lone Star State. Mm-hmm.
It's a ruse.
It's a ruse. Got a few questions here. This is a great time for y'all to ask questions and things like that. So I've been trying to think of a setting that I would like to do as far as an alternative to like our normal 1930s sort of stuff that we normally do. So I've been thinking about maybe doing some scenarios in the like in colonial times, possibly around the Revolutionary War, War of 1812, something like that, or just anywhere in that kind of time period, a very early time period. I thought that might be fun, and I do have a small number of figures for that, and it's probably have more than I need, but I thought that would be fun. I also thought it might be fun to do the Civil War time period, American Civil War time period, and have some Union and Confederate troops, but I thought it would be fun to do it as a small skirmish level actions. So we could have maybe trying to capture a Union payroll, and you have the Union guards trying to defend the payroll, and some Confederate raiders coming in to try and steal some supplies or something like that. So that would be fun to do as well. But then I also thought that World War II, World War I would be fun as well. World War II, you have all of those really fun World War II action adventure movies that you could just kind of lay into, trying to blow up a dam or trying to take out a German officer, or something like that could be fun too.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? A pirate scenario, a swashbuckling scenario. And I've really been itching to do some Dark Ages gaming too, doing some like Vikings and Saxons and that sort of stuff would be a lot of fun. So what do you guys do? Conan, what is good in life? Really enjoy the scenario recently did. Very cool. Very cool. Kelly's Heroes. Yes, indeed. Last of the Mohicans. Very good. French Foreign Legion in Mexico in the 1830s. Very nice. Very nice. That's a good idea. Old Tarzan themed. Very good. Pirates versus ninjas. Viking Raid would be cool. Yes. Recently did some pirates myself. I'll have to go back and look through our collection. I know I have a lot of old fantasy stuff painted up, and I don't know how well it's held up through the years. So I might just have to go back and see what I have. Hey, Mark Long, how awesome! Thank you so much for jumping on here. Vietnam would be cool as well. Yes, indeed. And Bob Murch did that Dark Suns setting. So there's some figures around that we could maybe try and do something fun with that Dark Sun stuff. Vikings in the New World would be cool. Vern Jesky says. Idiot Luggage says pirates doing ship battles and boarding. Very cool. And I do have a ship, and that means I would have to open it up, and I'd probably end up having to buy another ship.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't want to just disappoint people.
No. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Convenient.
Yes, pirate ship boarding action, leaping across. Would that be a perilous move, or would it be a difficult move?
It's
I
definitely
don't
perilous.
know. Probably perilous.
Yeah.
Feels perilous. All those bursts going off. What does that say? What did Kenneth say? What's that say, baby? I can't.
Scrawlings.
Scrawlings.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what that is. By
the ship, dude.
There we go. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Scads, and Scott knows what he's talking about. That's good advice right there. Coast Guard versus bootleggers on the Great Lakes.
Ooh, that would be good.
Sean Hudson. Very cool idea. That would be
really
interesting.
fun.
And that would kind of fit into our 1930s sort of time, 1920s sort of time period too. Vikings in space, Mark Long says. Very cool. Lots of cool ideas here. Lots of cool steam-powered robots. That would be fun. I have some models that we could probably use for that as well. That's what the Vikings called those they met in the New World. Oh, very nice. The Straylings, Prohibition era. Yep, that would be good. There are too many ships. Very cool. So I have a few questions here that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if you saw today's video. If you didn't, we upload a video each Thursday morning about 10 a.m. Central Time. And we talked a little bit about health checks. We talked a little bit about the idea of what is clearly winning a fight and exactly what is it based on. So I had some examples in there and hopefully drilled down on that. But I do have a few other questions here that I wanted to share with you guys too. So, this fella is asking about, is looking at getting the decks, the solo deck, the starter deck, the rewards off of the store. However, shipping to Australia is crazy expensive. Is there an Australian distributor for these? So I would recommend there's not a specific Australian distributor at this time. But I would recommend that you check out Sally Forth. So Sally Forth in the UK tries very hard to keep stocked up with Pulp Alley stuff. As a matter of fact, everything laid out on the table right now is going to Sally Forth very soon. That's what it was all laid out here for. I was working on this today. So this stuff, so Sally Forth in the UK, and I don't remember exactly what their website is, but we'll have Bessy type it in. Probably not that either.
Sallyforth.com.
I don't think that's it. Oh. I think it's something like War Games Terrain or something like that. But anyway, if you do
I think if you Google Sally
Ask
Forth
Jeeves search,
I wouldn't use
Ask Jeeves. Very popular search engine in the UK. Sally Forth. As a matter of fact, if you're in Germany, if you're in the UK, if you're anywhere outside of, this hemisphere, Sally Forth might be your best bet. As far as shipping is concerned. Now, here's another question. Is there a limit to the amount of gear that you can give to a character? Specifically, I'm looking to give 2 utility belts to someone. And yes, there is. So if you look on page 95, it'll tell you there that you cannot assign the same asset to the same character more than once. So you cannot select 2 utility belts and give it to the same person. It's really a balancing thing to prevent it from being, too overpowered. It's one of the reasons built into the cost of the item, just to kind of keep it balanced. Now you can buy multiple utility belts. You just can't give them all to the same character. You can give a utility belt to every one of your characters, but just not doubling up on the same character. And while I'm on that subject, a question that comes up that's kind of related is that if an ability, if a asset gives you an ability, like if it gives you the winged ability, or if it gives you agile, which bumps up your dodge skill, if you already have that ability, you cannot double up on that. That's one of the core basic rules of Pulp Alley, that there's no double dipping like that. So if you already have the marksman ability, you cannot select an asset that gives you the marksman ability and expect that to give you an extra +1. Well, I got marksman twice. No, you don't. You simply cannot do that. So that's another thing that you can't double dip on. Question comes up sometimes. The third question here is, when making characters, is there a limit to how many abilities that you can of a given level? For example, a leader can have 3 abilities, and they can have abilities from level 1 to level 4. So why not just pick 3 level 4 abilities? And you can do that. It is very rarely done. And normally I think it's new players that come up with that question. There's very, very rare instances of that really working out as well as you think it's going to, because most level 4 abilities really are going to be better if they are supported by some of the lower level abilities.
Yeah, there's some good low level abilities out there.
Yes.
Sure.
I will tell you right now that some of the absolute best abilities are level 1. Those do not pass up your level 1 abilities going, well, they can't be too good. They're level 1. When I'm designing the abilities and trying to decide what level to make them, I do not simply take powerful abilities and go, oh, well, that's really powerful, I'll have to make it level 4. What I really look at is how complicated the ability is and whether or not duplicating that multiple times within your league would cause any issues. So if something is kind of, you don't want it to just kind of ruin the game by having it on too many characters, then it gets pushed to level 3 or level 4. Or if it's a fairly complicated ability, again, we don't want every character out there, doing that, because it's going to slow the game down. Whereas if just one character, your leader or maybe your sidekick, has that ability and they're doing it, then it's not really that big a deal. But do not think, but it's a natural thought, right? You go, oh, well, the level 4 abilities must be the most.
They must be better.
They must be better because they're level 4. And that's not really how it works in Pulp Alley. Level 1, let's see, DW Lowe says here, level 1 abilities are the best, combined with a level 3 for a sidekick and leaders. Yes, I would agree with you. House rule: dodging, losing is a dice, as in brawling, shooting, but only occurs the more you use dodging in a single round. This balances out a character that has a very high dodge ability. Nothing wrong with that, Adios Gringos, at all. We play tested several different versions of the dodging rules, and we play tested that one. And if that's how you like it, by all means, brother, you have fun with it. Yeah, yeah. Also, perks and associates
Can provide support to
can
the
provide
initial
support
abilities.
for the initial abilities chosen. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. What was he saying? Yeah, as far as like the abilities. I like the characters that I have designed. Um and I can't think of a leader that I've only given level 4 abilities to. I guess I should sometime, but trust me when I say that it's not going to imbalance the game. If you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with it, and you should do it, right? If that's what you want to do, and it's okay because it's we play tested Pulp for 3 years. We already know it's okay, and it's not going to break anything. um, Level 4 abilities, level 3 abilities are good, but they're not going to break the game if you choose to give all level 4 abilities. Oftentimes those abilities will not stack appropriately because they are oftentimes active abilities that you've got to use. Unlike a lot of your level 1 abilities that are simply always in effect, they are passive abilities that are always in effect. So, Audio Screen Ghost talks about using a house rule to apply the -1 to dodging. And I think in the end we didn't go that route, because dodging has its own built-in limitations. And just because someone is good at dodging, that it's not really a big deal in my opinion. If they're they're going to accomplish oftentimes very little if that's all they're doing. It's a very slippery slope to go down, because if you're constantly just dodging, um, then there's not much that you're going to get done. And on the flip side of it, as an opponent, if you know that character is just going to dodge, you can take that into account and play slightly differently. In other words, you can run an ally up and grab a hold of a plot point, or at least stand on it, because you know that they're not capable of trying to run you off of it. They're just going to go up there and try and dodge at you, and dodge isn't going to get them off of a plot point. And it means once you start having to just, all I'm going to do is dodge, it means that you're just going to have to keep dodging because you're not eliminating anybody, and they're just going to keep shooting at you, and you're just going to have to keep dodging.
Well, sometimes it can, depending on the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Like Minerva's
Yes.
epic dodge across
Yes.
the table.
Yes. Yeah. And she wasn't really all that dodgy, but she's probably one of my most dodgy characters. But she was being shot at. I don't know how many of you have seen that scenario that we played. It was in the prison deal, but she did not actually get away.
No, almost.
She did not get away. She was close.
She was so close.
She was so close to getting away, and she was a dodging machine that day, and they were shooting and all kinds of stuff. But you think about in pulp stories and adventure stories, that happens. Anybody imagine maybe an archaeologist is surrounded by a bunch of natives with spears and blowguns and things like that, and he gets up and takes off running, and they're all shooting at him? What skill do you think he's using as they're shooting at him? He's using his dodge skill. He's certainly not fighting back. And he continues to have to move away because that's the only thing he can do, because they're continuing to shoot at him. And he just continues to use his dodge over and over and over again. So is that a bad thing? I don't necessarily know that it is. I have seen people really get excited about dodge, and I just don't. I never think it's, once your opponent adjusts to your tactics, you're sunk because you cannot accomplish anything if all you're going to do is dodge. But nothing wrong with house rules. If you want to apply a -1 to it, then by all means apply a -1 to it. I was just thinking about the Minerva maneuver. Verjeski says, let's see. What was
Peck Tech was talking about doing a comic book level heroes like Hellboy.
Yes, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. I think I even have a few figures that we could try to paint up for something like that. That would be a ball. DWLO says, I know someone did Marvel at some point, Cap, Bucky. The thing about doing superheroes is that you want to try to keep the power gap in there. So in other words, you want to, for the enemy, for the normal people in the game, you really want to use followers or gangs and keep them kind of low level, rather than doing, a bunch of sidekicks and things like that. And then even if you just do leader level, that's pretty beefy when you consider, going up against followers. But you do have to watch out, because you get enough shots poured onto you, then your leaders are still going to be in a lot of trouble. Nick Fury, Robert Reynolds says, very cool. Did I go through all my questions?
I think so.
If you Kenneth and Dave are signed up for this Sunday, and I haven't actually figured out what we're going to do yet. But if you would like to sign up, you oughta. We do on Sundays, we do a live game, and it does not matter how often you've played. Just was Bob Birch last week, last Sunday, and he had never played a single game of Pulp Alley. And there are plenty of folks out there that we have played some of their very first games of Pulp Alley live via the interwebs. So if you would like to play a game with me on a Sunday, then you ought to let me know. Reach out via Facebook or send me an email.
Yeah.
And we'll try and get you signed up for it. I don't know that I've said tonight, but we would definitely like for y'all to make sure you hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. So make sure you are subscribed. If you're already a subscriber, click the bell. Bessy, is there anything else we need to go over tonight?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Anybody else have anything that we ought to go over tonight? Hellboy would be awesome. I love me some Hellboy. Hellboys has great figures to use. Yes. And they have those cool little anime school girls versus
Space monsters.
Space monsters. Joe Little says, very good. I'll have to dig out my anime schoolgirl miniatures.
Who knows what's in that back room?
Yeah. Let's see. Sean Peck says, yeah, I have that set and all the Cthulhu Death May Die stuff. Yep. Was that a box set too, I think? Yeah, lots of cool plastic figures out there. All right, then. That's all for tonight, boys and girls. Please be sure to join us on Sunday for our next live game. We really do appreciate these Thursday night chats with everybody. This is a lot of fun. I mean that. And we look forward to doing this with you guys. Dust Tactics has some great figures. Some of that World War II kind of sci-fi sort of stuff. That would be cool. Yep. All right. Cue the credits. Wake up the orchestra. Dun, 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 dun. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time. Dun, 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 dun.